from the seeds. And where do we see it? We see it in case of potato, ginger, onion. What happens? The main plant dies, okay, after one season is over. Like you know about the annual, the perennial, you have learnt in the previous chapter. So after one season, the plant dies, but its special underground parts survive under the ground, okay. Now these special parts give rise to the new plant. Now we shall learn about the artificial vegetative propagation, which includes the man-made methods. Now, artificial vegetative propagation or the man-made efforts, like they are of many types. Like there are a number of ways how we can initiate vegetative propagation in an artificial way. What are the methods? They include cutting, grafting, budding, layering. I repeat, cutting, grafting, budding, layering. Now we will let's see what is the process. First is cutting. In case of lemon, tamarind, etc., okay, plant stems are cut into small pieces. After cutting them into small pieces, they are placed in moist soil. Moist soil means not dry soil, that is wet soil. Why are they placed? In order to grow a number of plants of the same type. So in case of cutting, what is done? The plant stems are cut into small pieces and they are placed in moist soil, okay. And where can we apply this particular artificial vegetative propagation method? This can be used in case of tamarind. This is one example given. There may be many. Next is grafting. How is it different from cutting? See, in case of grafting, a small shoot or bud of a desired variety, like we have the freedom to select because it is man-made, so we select, the freedom is ours. So a small shoot or bud of a desired variety of fruit or flower, okay, is intimately fixed on the stem of another plant. We graft it. Then what happens? The plant receives the plant which is basically about to grow the bud or the shoot, okay, that is called the stalk, and the twig which is fixed on it is the scion. These two terms are very important. Then the grafted points are bound together. How are they bound? Like it is artificially done, so we use a tape. With the help of a tape, we bound the grafted points together, okay, and the joint is covered with a soft wax. Why? Why do we use it? You may get this kind of questions. We use wax to prevent dehydration, and why? And also because it shields against disease causing germs. So how is cutting different from grafting? In case of cutting, what did we do? Like we cut the plant stem into small pieces, okay, and then we place it in the moist soil to grow a number of plants of the same type. Whereas in grafting, we choose a small shoot or bud of the desired variety of fruit that we want or any flower that we want, and then we fix the stem, we fix it in the stem of some other plant. Then what happens after that? The grafted points are bound together with the help of a tape, okay, and the joint is covered with soft wax. Why? First, it prevents dehydration and it also acts as a shield against any disease causing germs. Next comes budding. In this method, the base of the bud, that is the lower portion, the base of the bud is inserted beneath the bark, where on the stem of the stalk plant from which rest of the shoot has been cut. Any extra bud that starts growing out from the stem of the stalk plant is removed. Why? Because that would bear the flower of the unwanted original kind. We are going for to get a mixed type of a thing. So what do? We cut the extra bud that starts growing out of the stem. Next part is layering. What is layering? Layering is one of the methods of artificial propagation in which a branch of the plant is covered with some material and supplied with water. Why? We give water for what? To produce the root. Now, this layering is done in two ways. One is mold layering, another one is aerial layering. Now, there is a difference between these two types of layering. Before that, we will see the common difference between the process of budding and layering. What did I say? I am repeating it once again. In case of budding, the base of the bud is inserted beneath the bark on the stem of the stock plant, from which the rest of the shoot has been cut. Any extra bud that starts growing out from the stem of the stock plant is removed. Why? Because that could be at the flower of the unwanted kind. Whereas in case of layering, this is a method in which the branch of the plant is covered with some material and then supplied with water. Why? To produce roots. Now, it is done in two ways, mold layering and aerial layering. Now, we will understand the difference between these two types of layering. Mold layering. In case of mold layering, one of the lower branches of the plant is bent down. Where? To the ground. And then we cover it with the soil. Then, why do we do that? What is the purpose? When it is covered with soil, that particular branch is receiving all the nutrients, and hence roots are formed in the covered part of the branch. Then this branch is cut off from the parent plant because it is already evolving a new life. Okay, then this separated part, okay, becomes the whole new plant. Now, mold layering is observed in case of jasmine. Next is aerial layering.